Gravando.
Hi, Thais. Thank you so much for coming today for the session.
Hello.
So, have you been in counseling before?
Yes, I've been to. Actually, I am doing a therapy session once a month. And
Mm-hmm.
in Brazil, in my home country, I've been
Yeah.
a counselor like maybe 10 years ago, a long time ago.
Okay. So you have been counseling before, so you know how the rules it is. If has, if you tell me someone can put someone in risk, I'm allowed to report and everything confidential. So you know all this stuff, right? So, um, I want to tell you as well, everything you tell me is confidential, and you can be very comfortable. Okay, if anything you tell me, I'm gonna be just for me. I'm gonna do some notes as well, if you don't mind. All this note is gonna be everything you tell me. Okay, it's help me help check your situation to the next session. Talk about you, what I have done, I Google the stuff. Okay, if you want to have a look at my notes as well, feel free. And if you have some time, is like if you need time to think or sometime you prefer leave early, just let me know. Okay, because that's your time, that's your session. So for start the session, I need to ask you what bring you here today.
So, uh, it has been a couple of months that I'm not feeling like comfortable and relaxed, to be honest, in my relationship. I think I've been too busy, studying and working, and I don't really save or have an extra time to spend with my boyfriend who lives with me. So I feel like sometimes I'm not really enjoying the time that we have together. And, I just feel stressed about everything that I need to do. Plus, I need to give him attention. So, it's a lot of things that I have to do, and I feel like a bit overwhelmed because I feel like I'm responsible for it. And when you worry about other stuff, and maybe I feel like I'm a bit selfish uh to not take care of my relationship or my partner. So sometimes I feel sad because I cannot control what I how I am with him. And sometimes I find it very difficult to be nice, to be kind with him. And
But what make you feel selfish? Like what make you feel this?
because
What's wrong?
I need to work and study, and sometimes I go out to meet my friends, and he doesn't really do this. He's at home most of the time because he just got a surgery. He broke his ankle 2 months ago, and
Mm-hmm.
since then he's not being able to work, and he's here at home every day. He goes to physio now once a week. And then, I am a very active person. I like doing stuff. For example, I feel selfish. Now I'm at home, I'm having a day off, and then he is now at the basketball court because he bought a net to put in a hoop, to play basketball.
Yeah.
He went there, and of course, he invited me to go, but I said, you know, I have to do my stuff. Why am I gonna go there? Like it's his
Mm-hmm.
interest, like it's what he likes to do. The same thing, when I go to visit my friends, I don't invite him and tell him to go with me. And to be honest, I don't really like because it's my friends. They're, I that's why sometimes I think it's selfish because I wanna, have my life and my friends, and he also wanna. I actually asked him, how about your friends, why are you not gonna meet them, do you have friends, where are them? He's like, oh, I don't want to really meet them because, oh, I don't know what's going to happen to my life if I'll be here or if I have to leave. So I don't want to create, any like strong relationship with friends because he will miss
Mhm.
it. So I found it so weird for me. I don't agree. I don't. So for me, sometimes it's really hard to understand who he is, what he likes, what he enjoys because we are very different.
So you're telling me like your relationship is not going well so far because you think it's selfish because you prefer do your stuff than spend time with him. And the same way you tell me you're different than him. Like you're more active in girl and he is not. Like you prefer do stuff and he prefer stay. Like do another stuff. Like very different. But I think why you someone select your stuff to make you selfish. But sometimes you tell different ways, you know what I mean? Like if you had day off and he had day off, you're free to do your stuff as well. You don't have to stay with him all the time. But if you agree with him to do something you like, like a bus like it, what's the problem do together? You know what I mean? Like on the basketball right now, do you play basketball? No.
No, I
But
don't. But yeah, I'm curious about, but it's not, it's cold, in here, and then it's not, I don't know how long he would be there. And
mm,
I didn't, it's not a hour program to do, like both together. So
you'll be like all day, but you prefer spending your time doing something you have to do, especially your
yeah,
day
I
off.
have something more important, to do. If it was something that I enjoyed, like maybe going for a walk to a beach or to a park, yes, I would say yes, I want to go with him, but not playing basketball.
Like you don't enjoy the moment. You don't know how long you're gonna stay there. You don't wanna stay there all day for nothing, like something you don't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand you what the way you look, but don't think you are selfish about this, okay? Because that's not. You just wanna do your stuffs. The same way like in one Sunday afternoon, very sunny day, you ask him, do you wanna do something together, like something bus like it? That's not make selfish, because you asking him if you want to do something together. Okay. So tell me a little bit more what he think, if you have talked to him about it or have he asked you something about your friend, make you.
so that's a big problem as well, uh because when I arrive home, I'm always tired and I don't really want to talk. It's just, yeah, we ask about like, oh yes, how was your day, and that's it. And then I really didn't. I don't wanna like explain what happened, about my day, like things by things. I just, describe a brief, thing that what happened in my day, and it's something like I think I'm too tired, to. That's what I told in the beginning. I don't have energy and I don't save time to take care of my relationship. That's what I feel.
Yeah, that's
And
a big problem.
that's
Mm-hmm.
why, like, I don't talk to him much about this in specific because I'm just so tired. Why am I gonna ask about like, oh, I feel like it's just gonna create more and more problems, and we are gonna spend time like talking longer, and sometimes it's not what I want. It's just like it makes me more tired.
Like you prefer don't talk about it getting like a bad conversation or maybe discuss something, getting results. So I prefer be quiet, involve problems, and make it big headache in the future.
Yeah,
That's what you think.
to be honest, it's kind of true. Sometimes I prefer not to talk to him, mention like about the real problem. because maybe I'm not ready, or maybe I think we are not gonna find a solution. And
You prefer keep like that and move on.
yes, I do.
But what about your feelings? Like, how are you feeling? Because you tell me this, but tell me what you feeling, what you think about it. Like, what make you think this? How you feeling?
Sometimes I think I'm so tired that, my feeling is just like being tired. And especially in my relationship, his life is stopped now. He doesn't really, he doesn't go to work, he doesn't study, he doesn't do anything. He just like go wake up, and then he likes cycling here at home, and then he's gonna eat, and he likes eating healthy, and then he talks to his family members, and then he watches movies and videos. And oh yeah, sometimes he's studying Portuguese now. He wants to learn, my language. So that's the good
Hmm.
thing it happened. But it's just like, can you imagine, like, someone, like, imagine you have a relationship with someone that spends the whole day at home. For me, it's not exciting, to be honest.
It's not
And,
nice.
I don't feel like excited to go back home. Of course, I like being having someone, to live with and everything. But, I'm very busy every day. I do different things. I meet different people, and
Mhm.
he is doing differently, and he's recovering, from his surgery. And I think, that's why sometimes I feel guilty. Sometimes I think I feel I'm the one who's supposed to, support him, and
Stay with him, talk to
yeah,
him.
I
Uh, so you're telling me so far your relationship is not going well. At the same time, he just have done the surgery, so he spend more time at home. But you not because you're working and where you have free time, you wanna do your stuffs. The same way, you don't know how your feelings. Because when I ask you about your feelings, you don't know. Like you just telling me you feel tired. At the same time, you don't want to talk about your boyfriend to ask what's really going on between you and him, because you're afraid to ask him what's really going on and make it big headache and think about like, I make the mistakes or maybe he interprets it wrong. It's not the way I want to talk. I could see this like you what take you back to asking him what's really going on. This feeling like afraid to get more headache or more problem for the future, and the next day you look to him and say we didn't complete the conversation, like we need to finish the conversation. So you prefer be quiet. I could see this like you prefer be quiet and keep it just for yourself. But if you keep just for yourself, there's getting more problems for your mental health. Because for him, everything is going well. Like not any problem, like she wanna do her stuff, so I wanna do my stuff. That's okay. But have you talked with someone else? Not just me, but have you talked to someone else about your relationship between you and your partner, like a
ah,
family?
my friends, my therapist as well. I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah. So your therapist say something else like about this, like you don't know her feelings, or she tell the same thing I'm telling you.
She could feel, for example, my therapist, she could feel that I am more distant, from my boyfriend, for example. Last time I met my friend, I told her, it's not about like I don't want to break up with him, but it's something that I feel like I'm not sure how long we will be together. And then I was talking to another friend, she said, sometimes when you don't admire the person, you also get a bit, upset or not excited about the relationship. And I think that's
Mhm.
what really happened. you know, for a person, he broke his ankle while he was working. And now even his boss is telling him, please stay at home, as much as you can, because now it's
Mm-hmm.
not that good, we are going back to work, but it's not that busy. And then he always told me now, that, oh yeah, I want to be at home for the longest, that I can do it. Of course, today he went to the doctor. The doctor gave him 6 more weeks. And then it's just something like, wow, until when? And then he's happy for it. He wants to stay home. And I know
Uh-huh.
he's getting paid to the like work cover, but
It's not the same where someone keep busy, where someone wake up every day, go to work, and then come back in the afternoon or after work tired, just want to talk all the day. So it's different when someone spend more time together. You know what I mean? Like you feel like he's suffocating you at the same time because he's still the time at home and doing like a absolute nothing theoretic, and you keep working, keep doing your stuff, and while have just a free time, you want to enjoy it like how much you can before you come back to work next day. So yeah, I agree what she say, like keep distance, like you keep far away from your boyfriend. That's what I could see, like that's what I could see between you and him. At the same time, I could see you afraid. I could see you're afraid to talk to him, at the same time distance. But the way you feel afraid because you don't have a headache, you know what I mean? And what I can tell you is maybe if one day you take it one time, just one day, to try to talk about it and see how it's going, and maybe next session you tell me you talk to him. So maybe get some results because you're telling me your way, you're telling me what are you feeling, what do you see, what do you think about it, but any moment you don't tell me about what he feeling or what he think, you know what I mean? Like you don't know about him. At the same time, I can ask you what he think or what he feeling or what his behaviors, because you never tell to ask him. You never gave an opportunity to try to open a door and see what's another side. The other side is your boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? You understand like what I'm trying to say? Like I'm trying to ask you if you have some opportunity to talk to him and see what he have to tell you. I think like maybe like you have two choice. One choice get a big problem headache, another choice try to fix something you annoy you, something you get in distance of him. Maybe what you think is not the same what he thinks. You know, so that's the only thing I can ask you to do on this week and see what's going next weekend. Like there's like a goal for next weekend. You tell me I have talked to my boyfriend about this, so I couldn't hold it anymore. So I needed to see how it's going. You know what I mean? Because you have to talk to your friends. So I'm pretty sure your friends tell you something else. You talk to a therapy because you fall in therapy. That's a really good thing. And she tell you something different. Have you talked with your family as well?
nah, my mom actually. And she said, she just asked me if I could stand him in the future. For example,
Uh-huh.
he asked me, oh, daughter, it's up to you. Uh, do you think, you could stay with him until like you get old or whatever, until like long term, in the future?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I actually, answer her asking another question. I told her, once, someone told me, do you prefer a rich boyfriend or a boyfriend that loves
Wow.
you? And then I asked, a person, that's gonna love me. But when I answered this in my mind, I want a person who loves me. But in the real life, sometimes, I feel like I want both. Just someone that loves me is not enough, because I grew up with my family giving me everything like that they could. Like, in Brazil, like, it's very hard, so they needed to work a lot to send me to school, university, and everything. And I grew up, having all these things for my life,
Opportunities.
my parents supporting me all the time. And I think my problem sometimes is to realize that I am not a child anymore. So
You're not spoiled anymore, so
yes.
you need to see
And
your real life.
but I feel like a relationship is also about like a business, something like a business. I don't like, to be honest, the part of sharing everything, the bills, sharing everything like equally. And then I feel like, sometimes I wish, you know, I think sometimes I'm mean. I feel like sometimes I wanna someone, that could afford more than I can, pay more bills than like, oh, that's okay, I pay, this extra and this more, and I don't mind, because you study, for example. I don't know, but
Hmm.
it doesn't happen in real life, to be honest. I think I make more money than him, and I feel bad. I think I feel bad about it. It's just so confusing
I
sometimes.
think you're already telling me, I understand what you're telling, but at the same time, I tell you, don't feel bad because what you want is someone to spoil you, but that's hard to find. Like, in other words, you're looking for some sugar daddy, someone pay everything for you, give you present, give you like one day in the shop, and feel like a rich one day. No, no, that's hard to happen. It can't happen as far as I know. I know many people found sugar daddies, but in this case, it's hard to find it. But the same way, I feel like you're doing too much than him. That's what I'm telling me. You're telling me you do a lot of things than him. Like when you see in a balance, your high is more high than him. Like you pay a lot of things, you work much, you pay your school, you work and pay bills, all this stuff, you buy stuff for you, and sometimes buy stuff for him. And when you see him is it's just him. He's here. What he have done? Nothing. You know what I mean? Like his work, no, it's not work, but he should have money. Okay, he paid the bills. Okay, he paid half a bill. But when you see he's still here, then you know what I mean? That's I could see the story tell me. Like you do a lot of things than him. And what you see in the past, it was opposite. Like your parents give you everything good. Like theoretically spoil you. But I need to remind you, you're not a kid anymore. That's why you say you're not a kid anymore. You are a grand woman now. You are adult, and you work for have your status. Whatever you wanna, you have to work, you run because you have two legs. You have to do this. Do you know what I mean? So don't feel bad. I understand what you say, but at the same time, I'm gonna come back on the same question. If one day you talk to him, like if you share the bills, if you share the rent, like I think that's fair. You know what I mean? Because both live in the same place, both live in the same house, have to share the bills, have to share the rent, have to share the supermarket or whatever is coming together. You know what I mean? That's fair. That's husband and wife does every single day. Share the the payments, share the stuffs. But yeah, what
Is it
I can
normal
ask,
for husband and wife, they share the bills? Do you think it's
yeah,
normal?
I think that's normal because I see many people. I think one big example is my sister. When she getting married, she share the bills. Like when the bill come, like whatever it is, she
Really?
talk with her husband. Yes, whatever which bill it is, whatever. She talk with the husband, say, "Oh, the bill was like $200, so it's 100 my 100 yours because we share the house, we share the water, we share the gas, we share the supermarket, we share everything." if he sometimes I see like there's a big example like if sometimes he bought something for him was very expensive like a $5,000, it's me a computer. If he bought something and the bills come together, she gonna help him because they live together. Because she knows if she help him now, on the future he gonna help her. You know what I mean? So I think doesn't matter if you're on dating with someone or if you live with someone, as fair everybody share the stuffs come around together. You know, water, gas, supermarket, the stuffs. In the same way you told me like what do you prefer? Do you prefer live with a rich guy and spoil you, or live someone who love you and thinks it's fair share stuffs? I agree with your mother. It's a good question. You think every day you need to look, say, do I love my boyfriend or I'm with him because I want benefits? What it is? Because you told me it's a business. What kind of business? Benefits? He bring you benefits? No. I could say no, because it's not spoil you. He not pay the bills. He don't look to you and say, don't worry about these bills today because I'm gonna pay the gas. You pay the electricity next month. No, he doesn't do this. So the question is, what do you prefer? Dive someone who love you and respect you and is fair all the time, or someone rich and spoil you?
Oh, yeah.
So
For
that's the
me,
same way.
yeah, sometimes that's why I feel I'm guilty because I am mean then. I cannot understand, that people, we are different from each other, but we still
Uh-huh.
love each other. It just makes me very confused
Feels.
because,
Mhm.
of course, I love him, but sometimes I wish he could fight
Getting better.
for, yeah, fight for his career, like for his a better job, anything, that, for example, I do very, it's natural for me, I need to do something that I love. I need to improve in my career. I need to go, upper, higher and higher. I I don't like to just stop and stay and that's how I'm gonna live forever. No. For me, I'm always,
You
trying.
like grow up,
Yes.
getting better.
Yes,
Hmm.
and I think, that's why am I.
Annoy you because you see you getting better, 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 and he getting to the same level. This study, like I have work, I have the money, I pay my bills, everything, and you're getting better. That's annoy you. I could see as well. So yeah, I feel very confused as well in your relationship because you don't know what you want, you don't know what you're feeling. So that's why I ask you. I ask you what you're feeling about relationship. You say, I don't know. I feel like I'm tired. I'm all the time tired. That's an excuse. When someone look at me and say I'm tired, because that's an excuse. That's an excuse to say I don't know about my feelings. What will say me like I love him, but at the same time I don't know. So I feel like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you really don't know. You feel confused. So I think everything getting resolved or everything getting just an answer for all these questions. If one day you look at him and say, I'm going to talk to you right now because I need to. Okay, I can't hold it anymore. This feeling like I know my relationship between you and me is not going well, and at the same time, I'm getting distance every time. So we need to talk. Let's sit down one day and just talk. Like I'm not telling you to start fire with him. I'm telling you to getting answers. That's I wanna hear for next session. I need to finish the session right now because I have just 5 minutes to finish, and I need to write down everything you told me. So please, what I want for the next session is you come to me and say, I talked to him. I have some answers. Because I hear everything from you. I hear everything what you're feeling. I see you're confused about it. At the same time, you see you want something fair, like a bus pay the same thing, pay the same stuff. So sometimes he can spoil you the same way. He can spend time together, do the same stuffs. So what I want to hear for next session is goals, like answers. Okay? Do you think you can do this for next session? Do you think you can I'm not asking you for 1 week. You can take it how many times you want, like 1 month maybe. But that's one thing I want to hear, like I'll give you time. I'm happy with you following a counseling session. I'm happy you have friends to listen, have your family to talk. But I think doesn't matter how many people are gonna talk, you never get the answer. The only answer comes your boyfriend. So I give you time, of course. But what I wanna hear one day from you is I talk to my boyfriend. Okay? That's your text for next session. Okay? Thanks so much for coming, and I hope to see you next week. Bye, Thais.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.